Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is day 3 of the famous Jena FullDome Streaming Festival. And of course, as with the previous 2 days, we commence our festival day with another edition of the Frameless Forum, which introduces wonderful individuals who all have something important to say about the immersive world, about FullDome, about the science of FullDome, about the entertainment, about so many things. And as you also notice, in our 3 days, we have a strong female contingent of people who are involved in the famous FullDome scene, Frameless Forum FullDome scene. And so I'm thrilled, happy and honored that today we welcome Maren Kiessling. Is she here? Can she hear us? Will she wave to the audience? Maren, hello.
Hello, nice to see you. And I hope you can see me.
Yes, you look beautiful as always. And of course, many people know Maren. She's been contributing to the festival with amazing FullDome films. She's taught young aspiring FullDome artists in the art of FullDome at Halle University. She's teaching there. She's a real scientist. And to get you all an idea as to what she's actually involved in at this current project, we'll look at a 1-minute teaser that some of you know is the beginning of We Are Stars from NSC Creative. But Maren is investigating the eye-tracking habits of people looking in dome. Very important theme. Maren, can we just look at the video? Or do you want to say something before we start watching the video?
Yes, please. This video is the teaser from We Are Stars, and you can see in the teaser the actual results of the last study I've done. It's an eye-tracking study. It's a beta test about FullDome. So this will be a good start for doing eye-tracking in FullDome, and take a look.
Okay, we'll discuss what you found out, how you proceeded, and now watch the 1-minute We Are Stars, We Are Eye Trackers film.
Roll up, roll up! Let me take you on a journey through time and space. Explore the secrets of our cosmic chemistry and our explosive origins. The most immersive show in the universe. We are stars.
So eye tracking is important, not only for gods like Janus, who have 4 eyes. Most of us, ordinary people, have 2 eyes, but we are surrounded by a 360-degree screen. And so the eyes have to make choices where to look. And you are doing the eye tracking study in order to find out how people act in their viewing habits in the FullDome. Is that correct, Maren?
Yes, yes, this is correct. And I have to say this is a first step in eye tracking in FullDome, because we've done this via webcam, and it's a beta test with a program from a company in Halle named Azzata. They developed this version of webcam-based eye tracking. And so I thought about, let's do eye tracking in FullDome, but we have to do first little steps, and this was one of the first steps. And I also think about developing an device, for FullDome, what you can wear like glasses on. And yes, this will be the next great step, but we come back to this first step. Mm-hmm. I will now explain the study a little bit.
Yes, very good. I think everybody agrees how important that is, and the FullDome scene can be grateful to you going into the details, meticulously studying eye tracking movements. So how did you proceed with the first beta test of an eye tracking study?
Mm-hmm. I also prepared an PowerPoint where I will show you some data, and I will explain to the data, so don't worry. At first, as I mentioned, it is a beta version from Adsata Halle, and it was tested with the teaser from VR Stars from NSC Creative in Leicester, and 28 students take part in the study. And the study was done at one of my courses at the university. So in the video, what you have seen, where the cluster from the data they measured with the webcam. So you could see some more red clusters or some small blue clusters, and this is shown the eye tracking data.
And excuse me, may I just ask you, did the students watch the NSC Creative, the VR Stars, in a true dome or in a VR device, or what was the material that they saw?
This is what I've said. It's a webcam-based study, so the students watched the film at their own laptop.
Ah, okay. So they saw it on a flat device.
I know, yeah. It's not.
We're getting there.
A representative, you know.
Yeah, representative.
Thank you. Study, and but this is what I mean with it takes at first small little steps, and this is one small step. So I think about actually, I've done some nice. Okay. Just a second. Okay. Yeah. I've done some nice thinking about how would eye tracking functionate in FullDome actually. So, but we come back to the study. Also, what you could see in this 1 minute trailer is that the beta version of the eye tracking program has some issues already. So the company is working on the issues now so that the program will work better, at least. In the study, we can take a look at my data. So. Okay. To the eye tracking study, I also have done a survey. This is a usual study in media communication, that if you have an eye tracking study or a medicine-based study or something like that I've done before, there's always a survey to compare the results, the data, with the statements of the persons. So in the study, at the beginning, I've asked some questions like, how much do you go to the cinema in a year, or how much hours do you watch TV, video on demand, or similar. And as you can see in the data, people from the study go into cinema 1 to 3 times a year, mostly. And this means it can also be perhaps be related to planetarians. Not sure. It's only a speculation. But it's interesting to see how much hours for TV or video on demand people spend per week. And mostly there's something between 1 or 20 hours per week. There was also one student who said he's watching 60 hours per week.
Maybe now that we're all bound to stay home, that comes closer to many people's realities.
And of course, for Corona.
But still, there's variety of habits of media use for different people. Absolutely. But of course, what people who are in the FullDome community would be most interested in, could you derive any hypothesis from the data that you've acquired in this beta study to what it would mean to transfer a study design to an actual dome or to a FullDome theater and see what to pay attention for? How would a study look in that area? Or could your results from this study make you speculate or hypothesize on how to transfer that to the dome arena?
Yeah, I will say something to that at the end, to the results, because this is exactly the questions I have in my mind when doing the eye tracking study. Yeah. And I've asked the people, because normally they speak German and the trailer was in English, and it was an unusual format. If you have a FullDome format on a laptop, then you have this circle round in a quadrat.
In a square.
In a square, yes. Thank you. So there are some people who can't follow the content of the trailer, but nearly the half of them were sure it was a film about the universe. So,
in the broadest sense, that's a true statement, yes?
Yes. But also we have some speculations like it's a film about a fantasy, a dream, a showreel, or a circus. It's really funny. Okay, but then I ask how they consume science in their normal life, which media they use for. And most people doing this via books or papers, and then also via online, but also on YouTube. So people are used to the science communication via YouTube or films or something like that. So I think this is a necessary point for planetarians, that they can say, yes, we can show films because people are used to watch science in films. And then I asked, of course, how many of them have seen a FullDome film before, and it was 39% of them already watched FullDome in a planetarium. And also another question about if they are interested in watching FullDome in future, and 75% said yes, they are interested in. And also I asked them if they are interested to see the whole film We Are Stars, and 71% said yes, they are interested in. So then they should do a rating about the trailer and about the editing and the camera and object movements. And it was only a trailer, but it became 4 or 5 stars, and the editing, also the movements, were rated as feels absolutely right. So I hope this can be a good sign to go and see the whole film. So at least trailers are necessary for FullDome films, and if you have a good trailer, then people are interested in watching the whole film, of course.
Definitely agree, particularly if, I mean, so many in the FullDome world know this production, We Are Stars. Maren, I don't want to be impolite, but we are a little under time pressure.
Yes.
So could you come to the exciting conclusions that you discovered?
I came to the summary and to the conclusion. Also, I asked in the survey where they think they have watched most in this eye tracking study. And most of them said they watched to the front and to the center. And in summary, we can say, okay, we have had some issues with the beta version, and it must be done in the dome, of course, with more people, of course. But what we can see in the study is that the point of interest and the attention leading are recognized from the audience. And also that editing and camera and object movement must be well thought out in the dome. So yeah, it's a short study, but I only had one question for this eye tracking study, and this was answered. So
well, that's good. And I think the evolution of the FullDome art is kind of like a dialogue between producers who are more and more skillful in placing their scenes, their activities, their characters in somewhere in the dome, and not just anywhere, but to choreograph those characters in a certain place. This then finds a response with the audience, who is taught to follow what the area of interest or what the lead of the producers actually does. And the better this dialogue between producer and audience works, the more enjoyable the FullDome show will be. So I think we all have to learn, the audiences as much as the producers. And the scientists, of course, they are there where all the action happens, and they can also learn and help other people learning. And so, Maren, thanks for being a serious scientist and a dedicated FullDome addict. And I think we'll hear more from you, from your studies, in order to promote the art, the science, the beauty, and the eye tracking of FullDome.
Thank you.
Good.
Bye.
So, bye. Thank you. Talk to you soon when we meet again in Jena or in wherever the dome is.
Yeah.
Is where
absolutely.
Your home is. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.